We're on the right track, but I'm gonna be a real stickler here, which might be annoying, but I'd rather be honest and just share the information I know. Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp, and before I get into the video, I'd love to take a minute and just talk a little bit about mental health, because in my opinion, there's nothing more important than our inner peace. So if there's anything in your life that's stopping you from achieving your happiness or any goals, I'd love to tell you a little bit about BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an amazing online resource that assesses your personal needs and then matches you with a professional licensed therapist. There's literally over 15,000 counselors in the network, so there's a broad range of expertise. And if for some reason you're matched with someone that you don't feel is a good fit, you can always switch counselors. So the way it works is you get weekly meetings with your counselor. This can be either regular phone calls or video calls. And you can also log into your account and message them at any time and expect timely, thoughtful responses back. Two things I personally like about BetterHelp is that one, it's discreet. So you're in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to worry about running into anyone in the waiting room. And two, it's affordable. Not only is it more affordable than regular therapy, but they also offer financial aid. Visit betterhelp.com/MonaVand, that's better HELP, and join the over 1 million people who are taking charge of their mental health with an experienced professional. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Clean or Not Clean. Let's get into it. All right, first we've got Arnold Organic 22 grain and seed bread. Honestly, at first look, it seems pretty clean because it's organic. I like that it's grain and seed based. I feel like when things are sustainable, sometimes you're like, okay, they're on that path of like healthy, right? Like sustainable, they're gonna be healthy, they're gonna be conscious of everything, but you just never know. So let's look at the ingredients. Whole wheat flour, it's a good start, it's simple. Flax, oats, brown sugar, cultured wheat flour, black and white sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, lots of seeds. Natural flavor. I just don't know why they have to add natural flavor. Like, it makes me sad because there's already so many grains and seeds in here, and with bread, usually we're adding it to, we're adding jams or like any kind of spread, or it's a sandwich, so you don't need to add the flavor. The reason a lot of brands do it, I can't speak for this one specifically, is because it gives you that kind of addictive response. Like, it's almost like your brain has like this reward response, and it triggers hormone releases, and it makes you want to go back for more. So, I mean, there's even been interviews on this where food manufacturers have said, like, yeah, we want people to be addicted to our food. So I don't like natural flavors for that reason if I'm having something every day, and bread's definitely like an everyday kind of food. Another thing that is a little bit alarming is triticale, which I hope I'm pronouncing right. I'm gonna pop it up here. But triticale is kind of an interesting grain because it's like chemically produced. So it's not naturally occurring, and it's like a hybrid of wheat and rye. And I did a little research on this ingredient, and technically it's not GMO because, I mean, who knows? There's so many like loopholes you can go around. So I feel like there's ways around this, but I'm gonna be a stickler on this and saying it's not clean because there's way too many better options of bread. Maybe I'll even pop up two here in terms of the alternative that you could go for. So I'm sorry, Arnold, but you were not clean. All right, next let's get into instant oatmeal maple brown sugar. So usually whenever I see something that's already flavored, this has been something I've been sharing for years, like always flavor your own food, because the source of sweetener you're gonna use, it's gonna be so much better when you're using like a natural maple syrup or something like that. Whereas with this, I don't love having it already pre-flavored, but let's look at the ingredients. It's got natural flavor, whole grain oats, which is good, but natural flavor, caramel color. So I am not a fan of any kind of food dyes, food colorings. And it's interesting because certain ones are banned in the US, but others aren't, but then more are banned in Europe. So I just say like avoid it all, because just because a study hasn't been done on it to tell you that it's not safe doesn't mean that it's not safe. So just avoid it. So this is definitely a not clean. Okay, so here's another type of oatmeal. I actually really like this brand, Bob's Red Mill, and I like that it's old fashioned because when they're not quick cook, they're basically not as processed. So, they actually take a while to cook like a grain should. So I do like that. And I like that it's not flavored. So we're on the right track, but I'm gonna be a real stickler here, which might be annoying, but I'd rather be honest and just share the information I know. When it comes to oats, you have to be really careful and always make sure you're getting organic, because there's been studies that have shown any kind of non-organic oatmeal has high amounts or even trace amounts of glyphosate. And the thing with glyphosate is you don't want to be consuming this all the time. It's in so much of our food that we can't control. And if we know that it's not going to be in an organic product, just always choose the organic one. So simple switch here, but I'm going to give any non-organic oatmeal a not clean. Next, we've got chia seeds, organic, mama chia. I don't care like what the brand really is. If they're just organic, simple chia seeds, I'm such a huge fan. Let's make sure there's nothing else added in here because you just never know with like what brands want to do, but ingredients, organic chia seeds. Yay, it's a good one. This is exciting. So whenever I find like a simple, clean food, I get personally happy. We're gonna give this a very clean. Next, we've got Tropicana orange juice. So this one says pure premium, no pulp, never from concentrate. So I like that because we don't want things from concentrate because you just want the natural source. It's better for us. But with Tropicana specifically, this is another one that you have to do a little digging on and, do the research on it. It's actually not as, pure orange juice as you think. So what I don't like is that they make you think that this is just 100% orange juice, nothing else added. And it's the exact same as if you took an orange and squeezed it into your glass. But if you were to make fresh juice, do you think that it would last in your fridge for months and months? And I've even been confused with that where I'm like, why is it if there's one ingredient, it can last so much longer than if you make the fresh thing, even almond milk, 'cause I never understand. But it's because what they don't have to put on the label is the processing that goes into it. And that processing is what will make it shelf stable. That's also gonna get rid of a lot of the nutrients. It's gonna add a lot of chemical residue that could be in it. So with orange juice and Tropicana, basically what they do is high heat it so that they're getting rid of any of the bacteria. And then they're also gonna put it in big vats so that they take all the oxygen out and that it doesn't go bad. But then in this case, you're gonna lose all the flavor. So then they add flavor packets. And it's been really interesting with this brand because there's been a lot of people who have gone after them for this, but because the flavor packets come from the orange peel, they technically don't have to disclose that because it's from the orange. So you just never really know. So with this one, I'm gonna definitely give it a not clean, but there's lots of organic, simple, cold press, or just get a little citrus squeezer and make your own orange juice. It's super easy. So not clean Tropicana. Also, let me just mention the sugar. I wasn't gonna add that in this because I'm really going for the added ingredients, but having a whole glass of this is definitely gonna give you that sugar spike and you have to be careful with that. I personally don't like to drink big glasses of juice. I'd rather do a little bit with the veggie juice and then eat my fruit because that fiber is gonna help us absorb it more. So Tropicana, not clean. Okay, next I've got this Nutso. It's a little, basically a little to-go pack of almond butter, nut butter. This one's actually a blend. So there's a few things that make me pay attention to this that I don't love normally. Number one, whenever things are convenient and ready to go, I feel like they usually add flavorings because they want you to have it as a quick snack, and I don't know, I'm usually a little bit suspicious. And the next thing is whenever I see a big blend, I usually am okay, what else are they adding in there? Because I just feel like it tricks the consumer a little bit. So I really wanna look at these ingredients and read them, and let's see if it's clean or not clean. Cashews, almonds, Brazil nuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, hazelnut, sea salt. So yes, all of these ingredients are amazing. And even though there's a combination, what I like is that they're all whole food ingredients. So one thing I always say is look on the ingredient label, and if there's too many, question it. But if there's a bunch and they're all whole foods, there's nothing wrong with that. It's more so something to just kind of have, pique your attention and make you pay attention to it. But I actually really like these. They're organic, a good source of energy on the go. So this is definitely a clean. And next I've got wild blueberry jam. I'm a huge fan of blueberries, probably one of my favorite fruits. Is this organic? It doesn't look like it. I'm pretty big on fruit and produce being organic just because it's heavily sprayed with pesticides. So if there's one thing I'm gonna spend on being organic, it's usually gonna be produce. But I also wanna see what else is in this. All natural ingredients, no preservatives. So blueberries sweetened only with fruit juice concentrates, grape, date, pineapple, fruit pectin, lemon juice. So I've definitely seen worse, but I've definitely seen better too. So with this one, I feel like I'm gonna give it a clean-ish because I like that there's no artificial sugars and sweeteners added, which you'd be surprised in jams what they can add. I like that there's no thickeners or any other weird ingredients. I don't love that it's sweetened with fruit juice concentrate, and I don't love that it's not organic. So I think there's a lot of other options on the market. So for this one, I'm just gonna give it a cleanish. Okay, next we've got organic pasture-raised sharp cheddar sliced cheese. So I do like that it's organic. Anytime you're having any kind of dairy, I'd highly recommend that it's organic. But with dairy in general, in my personal opinion, I'm always gonna give it a not clean for me, because I just don't find a need to include dairy in the diet. I think it's inflammatory, I think it's acidic, and I think there's a lot of really incredible options. I will say that there are some types of dairy that are better. So if you're gonna get dairy, I wouldn't recommend like the processed sliced cheese. I'd get something like a soft cheese. I know goat's milk dairy and sheep's milk are even a little bit better for you. Camel milk is apparently supposed to be the most similar to breast milk, so that's kind of an interesting one, but all around, I'm just gonna give dairy a not clean. Guys, just a reminder, this is my point of view. The world of clean eating is definitely not black and white, and there are some gray areas, so I just wanted to share what works for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave a comment below and let me know if there's any of your favorite foods you want me to review. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you're notified anytime I post a new video.